paragraph, page 942. Okay, and our last head word was release, new work type of lesson. Okay, so let's start with revision. Ready?
Okay.
There we go. First question. When telling stories about things that have happened to them, do some people exaggerate in order to make the stories more interesting? When telling stories about things that have happened to them, do some people exaggerate in order to make the stories more interesting? Yes. When
Yes.
telling
When
stories
telling
about
stories
things
about
that have
things that
happened to
have
them,
happened to them,
some people
some people
exaggerate in
exert
order
in order
to make
to
the
make
stories
the
more
stories more
interesting.
interesting.
Very good. What do we mean by a modest lifestyle? What do we mean by a modest lifestyle? By a
By
modest
a
lifestyle,
modest
we
lifestyle,
mean a
we mean
lifestyle
a
without a
lifestyle
lot of
without a lot
luxury.
of luxury.
Very good. What do we mean by a modest person? What do we mean by a modest person? By a
By
modest
a
person,
modest
we
person,
mean
we mean
someone who
someone
doesn't
who doesn't
boast about,
boast
or
about or
exaggerate his
exaggerate his
achievements.
achievement.
Very good. How can a hotel or restaurant develop a bad reputation? How can a hotel or restaurant develop a bad reputation? A hotel
Out
or
there,
restaurant
a
can
restaurant
develop a
can
bad
be
reputation,
uh,
bad
develop bad
reputation by
reputation
treating
by
its
treating
customers
its
badly,
customer badly,
overcharging them,
overcharging them,
providing a poor
providing
service,
a poor service,
etc.
etc.
Very good. What do we mean if we say we have a guilty conscience? What do we mean if we say we have a guilty conscience? If we
If
say
we
we
say
have a
we have
guilty
a
conscience,
guilty
we
conscience,
mean that
we mean
we
that
have done
we have
something
done
wrong
something
and
wrong
are
and
worried about
are
it.
worried about it.
Usually, we have
Usually,
not
we
been
have not
found out
been found out
or punished,
or
but we
punished,
still
but
feel
we still feel
uncomfortable about
uncomfortable
it.
about it.
Regard, what do the police do when they suspect someone of committing crimes but have no proof? What do the police do when they suspect someone of committing crimes but have no proof? When the police
When the
suspect
police
someone
suspect
of
someone
committing
of
crimes
committing
but
crimes,
have no
but
proof,
no proof,
well, but
no,
have no
but
proof,
have no
they
proof,
follow them
they followed
to
them
see where
to
they
see
go
where they
and what
go
they do.
and what they do.
Right? And what do we call the person that the police suspect? And what do we call the person that the police suspect? We call the
We
person
call the
that the
person
police
that the
suspect
police
a
suspect
suspect.
a suspect.
Right? What's the exchange rate between the British pound and the currency used in your country? What's the exchange rate between the British pound and the currency used in your country? The exchange
The
rate
exchange rate
between the British
between the
pound and the
British pound
currency
and the
used
currency
in my
used
country
in my
is
country is 200 yen
per pound.
per pound.
Where is there anything you own that you wouldn't exchange for all the world? Is there anything you own that you wouldn't exchange for all the world? Yes or no?
No,
There isn't
there
anything
isn't
I
anything
own
I
that I
own
wouldn't
that I wouldn't
exchange for
exchange
all the world.
for all the world.
Very good. When you go on holiday, do you like to have an organized program of activities for each day? When you go on holiday, do you like to have an organized program of activities for each day? Yes or no?
Yes,
When I
when
go
I
on
go
holiday,
on
I
holiday,
like to
I
have
like
an
to have
organized
an
program
organized
of
program
activities
of
for each day.
activities for each day.
Right, when you attend an event like a theater performance or a football match, do you buy a program and keep it as a souvenir? When you attend an event like a theater performance or a football match, do you buy a program and keep it as a souvenir? Yes or no?
No,
When I
when
attend
I
an
attend
event
an
like a
event like
theater
a
performance
theater
or a
performance
football
or a
match,
football
I
matches,
don't buy
I
a
don't buy
program
a
and
program
keep it as a
and keep
souvenir.
it as a souvenir.
Very good. Is there anything that you eat or drink that you know you should cut down on? Is there anything that you eat or drink that you know you should cut down on? Yes or no?
Yes,
There's something
there are
that I
something
eat
that
or
I
drink
eat or
that
drink
I know
that
I
I
should
know
cut
I
down
should
on.
cut down on.
What and why? What and why? I should cut down
I should
on.
cut down on
What?
chocolates.
Why? Because
Why? Because I eat too much.
it
It's
will make me
yeah, make me
fat.
fat.
You're like me.
Mhm.
Okay. Is an expensive restaurant or in an expensive restaurant, do you expect the service to be prompt? In an expensive restaurant, do you expect the service to be prompt? Yes. In
Yes,
an expensive
expensive
restaurant, I
restaurant.
expect the
I
service
expect the
to
service
be prompt.
to be prompt.
Very good. Name a piece of kitchen equipment that have has a motor inside. Name a piece of kitchen equipment that has a motor inside, please. A microwave
A
oven
microwave
has
oven
a motor
has a
inside.
motor inside.
Very good. Can the police in your country arrest a person just on suspicion? Can the police in your country arrest a person just on suspicion? Yes or no?
No,
The
the
police in my
police in my
country can't
country
arrest
can't
a person
arrest a person
just on
just
suspicion.
on suspicion.
Very good. Multiply 30 by 3. Multiply 30 by 3, please. 30
30
multiplied by 3
multiplied by 3
equals 90.
equals 19.
Very good. Do very tall people have to be careful not to bump their heads when they go through doorway? Do very tall people have to be careful not to bump their heads when they go through doorways? Yes.
Yes,
Very tall
very
people
tall
have
people
to be
have
careful
to be
not
careful
to
not
bump their
to
head
bump their hand,
when they go through doorways.
their head
When they go
when they go
through
through
doorways.
doorways.
Wait, is the road outside your building bumpy? Is the road outside your building bumpy? Yes or no?
No,
The road
the road
outside my
outside
building
my building
isn't bumpy.
isn't bumpy.
Reggie, do you often bump into friends of yours when you're walking around town? Do you often bump into friends of yours when you're walking around town? Yes or no?
Yes,
I often
I
bump
often
into
bump
friends of
into friends
mine
of mine
when I'm
when I
walking
go walking
around town.
around the town.
Reggie, name a recent scientific advance that you think is absolutely incredible. Name a recent scientific advance that you think is absolutely incredible. I think.
I think that the latest advance in
Oh,
mobile
the,
phone,
the invention first. I think
I think
what the
mobile
mobile
phone
phone is a recent
is a recent
scientific
scientific
advance
advance
that is
that is
absolutely
absolutely incredible.
incredible. One more. I think
I
mobile
think
phones
mobile
is a
phone
recent
is a
scientific
recent
advance
scientific
that
advance
is
that is
absolutely
absolutely
incredible.
incredible.
Reged, why do you think lottery tickets sell in such large numbers in spite of the fact that the odds of winning are so incredibly small? Why do you think lottery tickets sell in such large numbers in spite of the fact that the odds of winning are so incredibly small? I
I
suppose
suppose
lottery tickets
lottery ticket
sell in
sell
such
in
large
such
numbers
large
in
numbers
spite of
in
the fact
spite of the
that the
fact
odds
that
of
the
winning
odds of
are
winning
so
are so
incredibly small
incredibly small
because
because there is possibility of winning a large number of money.
large number of money. Very good. Okay. Name me a sporting event that's watched around the globe. Name me a sporting event that's watched around the globe, please.
Football matches
Is a
is
sporting
a
event
sporting event
that's watched
that
around the
watch
globe,
along the globe.
like the World Cup. Very good. Do you consider global warming a major or minor problem? Do you consider global warming a major or minor problem? I
I
consider
see, consider
global warming
global
a
warming a major problem.
major problem. Very good. And do you think the majority of people agree with your view or only a minority? And do you think the majority of people agree with your view or only a minority? I think
I think majority
of people
people
agree with my
agree
view.
with my view.
Very good. What do we rest our feet on when we're riding a bicycle? What do we rest our feet on when we're riding a bicycle? We rest
We
our feet
rest our
on
feet
pedals
on
when we're
pedals when
riding
we
a
are
bicycle.
riding a bicycle.
In a car, what do we have to adjust to ensure our feet can rest onto the pedals easily? In a car, what do we have to adjust to ensure our feet can rest on the pedals easily? In a car,
In a
we
car,
have to
we have
adjust
to
the seat
adjust the seat
to ensure
to
our feet
ensure our feet
can rest on the
can
pedals
rest on the pedal
easily.
easy.
Very good. Why should we all almost ensure that our spelling is correct before sending an email at work? Why should we always ensure that our spelling is correct before sending an email at work? We should
We
always
should
ensure
always
that
ensure
our
that
spelling
our
is
spelling
correct
is
before
correct
sending
before
an
sending
email
an
at work
email at work
because poor
because
spelling
poor
can
spelling
make a bad
can make a
impression
bad
on
impression
people.
on to people.
Very good. If you had a train to catch from the nearest station in 10 minutes time, do you reckon you could make it if you left right now? If you had a train to catch from the nearest train station in 10 minutes time, do you reckon you could make it if you left right now? Yes or no?
Yes.
If I
If
had a
I
train
had
to
a
catch
train to
from
catch
the nearest
from
station
the nearest
in
station
10 minutes
in 10
time,
minutes
I
time,
think I
I
could
think
make it
I could make
if
it
I left
if
right
I
now.
left right now.
Very good. What percentage of amateur actors do you reckon manage to make it professionally? What percentage of amateur actors do you reckon manage to make it professionally? I reckon
Welcome 10%
of
yeah,
amateur
of
actors
amateur actors
manage to make it
managed to make
professionally.
it professional
Professionally.
professionally.
Very good. What's a photo? Okay. What's a photo album? What's a photo album? A photo
A
album
photo album
is a
is
folder
a
or
folder book
containing photographs.
containing a photograph.
Well, is there any band whose albums you buy as soon as they're released? Is there any band whose album you buy as soon as they're released? Yes or no?
No,
There isn't
there
any
isn't
band
any
whose
band
albums I
whose
buy
albums I buy
as soon as
as
they're
soon as
released.
their release.
Very good. Okay, that's the end of our revision. Let's have new work. Okay, repeat. Aware.
Aware,
Go on.
go on.
Very good. Okay, listen. The words go on is a verb. To go on means to happen. For example, there are lots of people in the corridor. I'm wondering what's going on in there. The word aware is an adjective. It means knowing that something, such as a situation, a condition, or problem, exists. For example, if one wishes to be aware of what's going on in the world, one has to listen to the news every day. Let's practice. What does one have to do if one wishes to be aware of what's going on in the world? What does one have to do if one wishes to be aware of what's going on in the world? If one
If
wishes
one
to be
wishes to
aware
be
of what's
aware of
going
what's
on
going
in the
on
world,
in the world,
one has to
one has to
watch the news every day.
uh,
But one has to,
one has to
what do you have to do if you want to know what's happening in the world? Watch the news
watch the news
every day.
every day.
Very good. Next, repeat import,
Import,
export,
export,
commodity,
commodity,
growth,
growth,
economy.
economy.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word import is a verb. To import means to bring a product into a country to be sold. For example, the Philippines imports oil, electronic products, foods, etc. Export is a verb. It is the opposite of import. It means to sell and send goods to another country. For example, the Philippines exports electronic products, furniture, bananas, etc. to other countries around the globe. Commodity is a noun. It means something that is bought and sold. For example, oil is a commodity in high demand. It is what my country mostly imports. Economy is a noun. It means the process or system by which goods and services are produced, sold, and bought in a country or region. For example, I think an increase in tourism will help the country's economy. Growth is a noun. It means an increase in the number, amount, or size of something. For example, a growth in export is good for a country because it strengthens the economy of the country. Let's practice. Is oil a commodity that your country mostly imports or exports? Is oil a commodity that your country mostly imports or exports? Oil is a
Oil is
commodity
a
that my
commodity that
country
my
mostly
country
imports.
mostly import.
Why is growth in export good for a country? Why is growth in exports good for a country? A growth
A
in
growth
exports. One
in
more. A
export.
growth
A
in
growth in
exports is
export
good for a
is
country
good for country
because it
because
strengthens the economy. It
it
strengthens
strengthens
the economy
the
of the
economy
country.
of the country.
Very good. One more. A growth in
A growth
exports
in
is
export
good for a
is good
country
for a country
because it
because it
strengthens the
strengthens
economy of the
economy
country.
of the country.
Very good. Next, repeat issue
Issue
on a basis.
on a basis
Filthy.
50.
Very good. Okay, listen. On a basis means occurring in particular time pattern. On a regular basis means regularly. On a weekly basis means every week. On a monthly basis means every month. Issue can be a noun and a verb. Issue is a noun, means problems or concern. For example, In my opinion, the most serious issues facing mankind at the moment are poverty, lack of education, etc. The word issue means the version of a newspaper, magazine, etc., that is published at a particular time. For example, most magazines produce new issues on a monthly basis. Issue as a verb means to give something to someone in an official way. For example, it's the government that issues new banknotes to people. The word filthy is an adjective. It means very dirty. For example, the government has to issue new banknotes on a regular basis because the old ones get filthy and torn. Let's practice. What, in your opinion, are the most serious issues facing mankind at the moment? What, in your opinion, are the most serious issues facing mankind at the moment? In my
In
opinion,
my
the most
opinion, the
serious
most
issue
serious issue
facing mankind
facing
at the
mankind
moment
at
are,
the moment are global warming
and
and
let's say,
uh,
poverty.
poverty.
Very good. Next, the most magazine produce new issues on a weekly or monthly basis. The most magazine produce new issues on a weekly or monthly basis. Most
Most
magazines
magazines
produce new
produce
issues
new
on
issues
a
on
monthly
a
basis.
monthly basis.
Very good. Why does the government have to issue new banknotes on a regular basis? Why does the government have to issue new banknotes on a regular basis? The government
The
has to
government
issue
has to
new
issue new
banknotes on a
banknotes
regular
on a
basis
regular basis
because the old
because
ones
the old
get
ones
filthy
get
and torn.
filthy and tough.
Very good. Next, repeat. Grand,
Bland,
magnificent,
magnificent,
dress up.
dress up.
Very good. Again, listen. The word magnificent is an adjective. It means very beautiful or impressive. It also means very great. For example, the view of the mountains is magnificent. The word grand is an adjective. It means involving many people or things. It also means very large. When we say a grand occasion, we mean a large and magnificent event such as a big wedding. Dress up is a phrasal verb. To dress up means to put on or wear formal clothes. For example, we need to dress up if we want to go to the grand occasion like weddings, parties, etc. Let's practice. What do we mean by a grand occasion? What do we mean by a grand occasion? By a grand
By a
occasion,
grand
we mean
occasion,
a
we mean
large
a
and
large
magnificent
as the
event,
magnificent event,
such as a big
such as
wedding.
a big wedding.
Do the guests at such events dress up? Do the guests at such events dress up? Yes, the
Yes,
guests
the
at
guest
such
at
events
such event
dress up.
dressed up.
Wait, have you ever gone to a party dressed up as a famous person or a character? Have you ever gone to a party dressed up as a famous person or a character? Yes or no?
No,
I've never
I've
gone
never
to a
gone
party
to a
dressed
party
up as a
dressed up
famous
as a
person
famous
or
person
character.
or character.
Very good. Next, repeat. Bet.
But,
Very good. One more. Bet.
but,
Okay, listen. To bet means to risk money in a game or competition. For example, I bet $10 on a game of football. Let's practice. Do you think online betting should be legal or illegal? Do you think online betting should be legal or illegal? I think
I think
online betting
online
should
betting
be
should be
legal or illegal.
legal.
Legal. Okay, one
Legal.
more. I think
I think
online betting
online
should
betting
be
should
legal.
be legal.
Very good. Next, repeat. Plug,
Like
drill.
joy.
Very good. Okay, listen. There are two common types of plug: a plug in a bath or sink and an electric plug. The words plug in means to connect a piece of electrical equipment to a supply of electricity with a plug. The opposite of the verb plug in is unplug. For example, I plug in my mobile every night to charge it. I unplug it when its battery is full. To drill means to make a hole in something. For example, if I accidentally drilled a water pipe in my house, I could plug the hole by using special tape, a piece of cloth, etc. until the plumber arrived. Let's practice. What are the two common types of plug? What are the two common types of plug? The two
The
common
two
types
common
of
types
plug
of a plug
are a plug
are a
in a
plug
bath
in
or
a
sink
bath or sink
and an
and
electrical plug.
electric plug.
Electrical plug.
electrical clock
Very
plug.
good. If you accidentally drilled through a water pipe in your house, how could you plug the hole until the plumber arrived? If you accidentally drilled through a water pipe in your house, how could you plug the hole until the plumber arrived? If I
I
accidentally
accidentally
drilled through
drilled
a
through
water pipe
a
in my
water pipe
house,
in my
I could
house.
plug the
I could
hole
plug the hole
until the plumber
until the
arrived
plumber
by
arrived
using
by
special
using
tape,
special
a
tape,
piece of cloth,
a piece of cloth,
etc.
etc.
Do you plug in your mobile every night to charge it? Do you plug in your mobile every night to charge it? Yes or no?
Yes,
I plug in
I
my
plug in
mobile
my mobile
every night
every
to
night
charge it.
to charge it.
What's the opposite of the verb plug in? What's the opposite of the verb plug in? The
The
opposite of
opposite
the
of
verb
the
plug
verb
in
to plug in
is unplugged.
is unplug.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading. Okay, so our reading is at stage 9, paragraph page 768. Okay, and our last head word was barely. Okay, please start at head words. Go back, go in, come in.
Go back, come back, going, come in, return, enter, descend, overcome, go down, come down. What's the difficulty with the words go back and come back and going?